much to my colleagues. I'll now go alphabetically. We've had 3 Tories, we've had 3 New Democrats. We probably need about 3 Liberals to pass this resolution. But I'd like to just start alphabetically. There's a lot of colleagues up here, and I know Ted Arnott's very lucky. He's got A for a name. Yeah. So Ted, come on up. Then we'll ask Bob Bailey and Toby Barrett, and we'll keep going through. Thank you.
Give him a heck, Ted.
Thank you very much. Lucky to have my name begin with an A, and lucky to be representing the people of Wellington Halton Hills, the home of the Grand River Raceway. I want to thank all of you for coming here to Queen's Park to show your support for your industry. Ever since March the 12th, this issue has been a festering wound on the government's back, and the wound was entirely self-inflicted. Everyone here knows what happened on March the 12th. Without warning, without consultation, and we now know without a proper economic study, the Minister of Finance announced that he would be scrapping the Slots at Racetracks program effective March 31st, 2013. In the intervening weeks, the emotional response from all across my riding of Wellington Halton Hills, indeed right across rural Ontario, ranged from shock to alarm to outrage. We know that the equine industry supports the employment of as many as 60,000 Ontarians. I've been told that the equine industry employs thousands of people in my riding. From the beginning, we said that unless the government changes course, the livelihood of many of our neighbours would be in jeopardy. We know that many in the industry do not have easily transferable job skills. While the government has characterized the Slots at Racetracks program as a subsidy to the industry, our PC caucus has expressed the view that the program is in fact a revenue-sharing agreement. We contended that the government had made a huge mistake by throwing the Slots at Racetracks agreement out the window. While I firmly believe that the government must take steps to get its spending under control and balance the budget, I have never accepted that this should include eliminating the horse racing industry. I publicly called upon the government to release any economic impact studies that they had done before making the decision to end the Slots at Racetracks program and kill the horse racing industry in Ontario. A constituent from our area was thinking the very same thing. He went so far as to make a Freedom of Information request asking for any economic impact studies. They sent him an economic impact note on Ontario's horse racing industry, which was generated by ministry staff as confidential advice to the cabinet. The constituent gave this to me. 2 weeks ago, my colleague Randy Pettipies and I released it to the public. The report is dated March the 14th. As we all know, the government announced its decision to end the Slots at Racetracks program 2 days before that. I submit to you today that this is proof positive that the government had made up its mind to kill the horse racing industry in Ontario before it had any idea of the true economic impact that the industry represents, the real number of jobs that the industry sustains, and the reality faced by the families whose livelihoods are dependent on a thriving horse racing industry. To the extent that they studied the economic impact, even after the fact, it was superficial and flawed in many respects. Their numbers are highly questionable, and they aren't holding up under scrutiny. We know that the autumn yearling sales in Ontario will commence in a matter of days. Without some certainty as to what the government's going to do and when, either the yearlings will have no buyers or their value will likely collapse. These young horses may end up euthanized or purchased and sent to slaughter plants. If there are no yearlings, the whole production cycle of the industry may suffer irreparable damage and horse racing will be finished in Ontario. But by being here today, you show your support for Lisa's motion, and we stand together to send the government a powerful message that they must act now. I conclude, and I quote Winston Churchill, never, never, never give up. Thank you very much.